my name is Gabe Zolna. This is the 31st of December 2017. I sure hope that President Trump brings about another executive order, and that is limiting the term for justices, both in the Supreme Court, federal courts, the Senate, and Congress. You've heard me talk about Justice Ruth Ginsberg before. I believe that her cheese has slipped off of her cracker quite a while ago. Did a little bit of Googling on her. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States. Ginsburg was appointed by President Billy Bob Clinton and took oath of office on August 10th, 1993, according to Wikipedia. She was born March the 15th, 1933. She's 84 years old. Now, if you don't think that her cheese slipped off of her cracker, how many 84 people do you know that can think and reason without going off into Disneyland? A couple of quotes of hers. My mother told me to be a lady, and for her that meant to be your own person. Be independent. Women will only have true equality when men share with them the responsibility of bringing up the next generation. I did that. I raised 4 of them by myself. The state controlling a woman would mean denying her full autonomy and full equality. You mean like the Muslims? Huh? How about the Mormons? I think the Mormons fall into that billy whack too, don't they? Yeah. Now, I don't know if you folks remember, but I do. A couple of years ago, Ruth Ginsburg was an attendee at an inauguration. Actually, it wasn't an inauguration. Pardon me, I'm doing a little search here. She was an attendee at the State of the Union address given by Barack Hussein Obama. And there's an embedded video, and you'll see that she fell asleep during the State of the Union address. Keep in mind, this was 2 years ago. We'll see what she does on January the 30th when she attends President Donald J. Trump's State of the Union address. She might not even go because she's not a big fan of President Trump. For Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, falling asleep at the State of the Union address is nothing new. All it takes is a good glass of wine. As she did 2 years ago, Ginsburg admitted Thursday night that yes, the photos of her appearing to nod off at President Obama's big speech last month showed her dozing, as I often do, she said. Okay, so here you got her saying that she was dozing, as she often does. Then she was on to say there was a good reason. I wasn't 100% sober. So does that mean that when you often doze off, you're not sober? I mean, this whole thing's ridiculous. When they don't evaluate people in her kind of position of power for their mental competence, everyone suffers. They're not above the law. They need to be evaluated for their mental competence. We saw Senator John McCain when he was questioning the previous FBI Director James Comey, and McCain went off in Disneyland. He didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And yet, 3 months later, he's allowed to be the deciding vote on repealing Obamacare. And he voted against doing so. How insane is all of this? How long are the American people going to allow themselves to be abused by these mental degenerates? The system needs to be fixed. It doesn't work when you have 83-year-olds like Dianne Feinstein wanting to run again in the Senate. It's nuts. There has to be a cutoff. You can't show me one kind of business entity that allows dingbats running around that are in their 80s making these critical, crucial decisions that affect all of us. Ginsberg, her cheese slipped off her cracker. Pelosi's cheese is off for her cracker. They're all nuts, yet no one's doing anything about them. And again, we now have a pharmacist that's come forward, and he said he prescribed psychotropic drugs to many of the members of the Senate and Congress. What the hell's wrong with you people allowing yourselves to be abused this way? It's nuts. I'll attach the link. You take a look and see this dingbat falling asleep. Absolutely insane. Thanks for listening.